Whatever it is you're afraid of, you're actually not afraid of that thing. Hey everybody, my name is Chris Pavla and welcome to What Jesus Says About, where Jesus speaks for himself so you can respond for yourself. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and that little bell so you can stay up to date on what Jesus says about topics important to you. So what are you afraid of? Maybe you're afraid of heights, maybe you're afraid of spiders or public speaking, or maybe you're like me and you're afraid of snakes. Blah. Now when you look at what Jesus says about fear, you actually see that you're not afraid of that thing. You're not afraid of spiders, you're not afraid of heights, you're actually afraid of something else. And to get to these words though, we need a little bit more backstory and context than we normally do. So hang with me, because at the end of this account, we're going to get to what Jesus says about fear and how it connects to your fear specifically. Now in this account, Jesus arrives by boat in a village and everybody hears that, oh my goodness, this famous rabbi miracle worker is in town. And so this huge crowd of people rush out to go see him. And while everyone is crowding around him, a city leader named Jairus comes bursting through the crowd, falls at his feet, and begs Jesus to come heal his dying daughter. So Jesus hears Jairus' request and he agrees to go with him. But as the two of them are walking towards Jairus' house, Jairus' family and friends meet him halfway and they bring him the terrible news that his daughter is dead. It's in this moment that Jesus turns to him and says, "Don't be afraid, just believe." And then Jesus keeps walking to his house. We don't know how long they walked, but I'm sure for Jairus it felt like a very long walk, and finally they get to the house. And when they walk in, they see the scene that you would expect. There's people crying and wailing. But the account goes that Jesus walks up to her, grabs her hand and says, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." And immediately this girl gets up, starts walking around. Now, I get it. This is an incredible story. And if you're struggling to believe this one, you're in good company, because I'm a follower of Jesus and this one challenges my faith. But in the middle of this incredible story, notice what Jesus says about fear. He says, "Don't be afraid, just believe." And this is finally where we start to see the connection between what Jesus says about fear and your fear specifically. There's a psychologist named Dr. Albrecht, and he was studying all the phobias and all the fears, and he realized that no matter what the phobia is, no matter what the fear is, they all come down to one of 5 sources. To put all of those fears into layman's terms, they are loss, isolation, worthlessness, pain, and death. So if you think your fear is spiders, you're not actually afraid of spiders. You're afraid that the spider is going to kill you. Or if you're afraid of needles, you're not afraid of needles, you're afraid of pain. Or if you're afraid of public speaking, it's not that you're afraid of public speaking, you're afraid of rejection and isolation. Whatever it is you're afraid of, you're actually not afraid of that thing. You're afraid of one of these 5 sources. And this is where it's so fascinating to consider Jesus. Why? Because Jesus claims he didn't just come to speak to these things or address them. He came to end them. Instead of loss, he came to give. Instead of isolation, he came to bring you into community. Instead of worthlessness, he came to bring you value. He came to give you healing where you feel pain, and he came to give you life, even though you die. And this is why I think this channel is so important. When you hear what Jesus says about loss, isolation, or worthlessness, or pain, or death, when you hear what Jesus says about these things, you experience in a small way what Jairus felt when he heard Jesus say, "Don't be afraid, just believe." So my friends, by the way, I didn't ask what is your fear. Go ahead and leave that comment below. And also, if you're interested in what Jesus says about mental or emotional health issues, I've got a playlist right here for you to check out. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.